Huskies a 3-2 winner here in Game 1 of the series against East Carolina. Coach, another close ball game against these guys. Just take me through those final innings after the delay, able to get it done.
Yeah, we were trying to get one more out of Dan Rakowski, and he was ready to go. He's throwing underneath, no problem. Their kid Tyler, they got some veteran hitters in that lineup. They're very, very tough, and he knew he was going to give him a tough at bat, and he did. That last pitch I wasn't crazy about. They thought he made great pitches up until that last pitch. He wasn't as competitive as was the norm for him during that at bat, and certainly the way he's been throwing for us all year long so far. But Russ knew that he was going to have Bolka. If Bolka was still in the game, we figured they'd pinch hit. They did. He was going to have the next hitter no matter what. So we're trying to get Russ to just have a 4-out deal today instead of 5. He gets the 5 outs. We got to play better baseball tomorrow. We just gave him too much for free, and we were able to overcome some things. Keith Kruger had a really big game. Chris Winkle had a big game. 8-9. The two lefties. We saw that the starter struggled a little bit against lefties. We figured we'd put them together at the back end of the order, and it worked out.
You guys had some quick innings against Holba early on, but you guys were able to battle late. Winkle gets you going in that 8th inning, eventually Kruger, and then Willie gets a huge insurance run.
Yeah, Chris Winkle had a really good game. He's had a really good one at Seton Hall on Sunday and had a really good one today. That 3-2 at bat, he thought he got stiffed, I think, a little bit on a fastball inside. He took a second, regrouped, got out of the box. I think 3 weeks ago he swings no matter where the next one is, and showed some maturity there, showed some growth. And then on the 3-2, that's as good a swing as you can have. He's nice and flat through the zone. Took it to the opposite field, something we were preaching all day. And then Krugs, with a double the opposite field too. That was big. And then Willie fighting like heck with 2 strikes. So just getting the bat on the ball and grinding, giving him, that secondary hack with 2 strikes, shortening up and putting it in play. That winds up being the difference in the ball game, because we did not defend well. There weren't a lot of balls put in play. The ones that were put in play, we got to do a better job of playing defense tomorrow.
How about your left-hander, Kate? He was vintage Kate tonight, getting you 13 strikeouts and working deep into the ball game.
He did a really good job. It was good to see him back. He looked like himself. Just over 100, I think 105 or so at the end, and felt like that was enough tonight. And wanted to run him back out there, but it's still early in the season, and he's coming back. He's still gaining ground with his pitch count. So that was a really positive outing for him. We needed that for him. He hasn't been there the last few weeks, and we needed that for him big time tonight. And he stepped up as a Friday night guy. The other thing we got to do is, these guys have great feet, and we can't get picked off. We got picked off. I think 3 of our first 7 base runners got picked off. We got a couple guys green lighted. I can kind of live with those with 2 outs. I can't live, Prado getting picked off there. He's not green. I don't know what the heck happened on it. Those are things that, again, freshmen getting burned. They got to learn from it quickly, but no excuse. These guys have great feet. We're going to have to be a lot more conservative with our leads, and going to have to bunt guys over and hit and run to be safe with it, because I don't know how many bags they're going to be able to steal on Watkins anyway, and their pitching staff's doing an excellent job of holding runners and picking them off.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.